Hello, welcome back to another episode of Massage Practice Insider. My name is Eleanor. My pronouns are she, her. Welcome if this is your first time here. Welcome back if you are returning to the channel. Today, I want to talk about a stereotype that I would really like to see us change within our industry, and that is that massage therapists are flaky. Now, I hear that massage therapists are flaky from all sorts of different people. I hear it from clients, I hear it from other therapists, I hear it from employers and continuing education providers. So this is coming not just from within the industry, but also from outside of the industry, looking into the industry. And this is problematic because when we are seen as flaky, we are seen as unreliable. Now, we don't want that because it does then affect our bottom line, because if a client thinks that we're unreliable as a massage therapist and as a person who is saying, I'm committed to giving you a service, if we're seen as unreliable, then they're going to tell other people that I'm not going to show up for my sessions. And that kind of snowballs, and it does affect the bottom line. It affects my money. It affects how much money am I making. The first thing we need to do is we need to look at our commitments. What are our commitments within our business and within our practices? Is my commitment to being at a job where I am working for someone else or working for myself? Is my commitment that I am available certain times throughout the week? What does that commitment look like? So personally, I have a commitment to my clients. 4 days a week. I have specific times. And if a client schedules, my commitment is that I'm going to be here for that client. Now, we have cancellation policies, right? We ask that our clients respect our time enough that they have to pay if they disrespect it. But do we have policies in place that protect our clients' time and hold us accountable? So that's the second thing, is look at your policies. Do you have policies in place that would penalize you as the therapist for canceling on a client? Now, recently, I've had several clients who have come to me and they've said, hey, specifically, I have two that I'm thinking of right now. And one of them came to me and he said, look, I've been seeing this therapist for 4 years. I'm a weekly client, and out of 52 sessions that I had scheduled with this therapist, they canceled on me 33 of those times. When he called to ask me if I was available and we had the conversation of like what he's looking for, he said, look, I'm looking for a therapist that's going to be there. If you're not going to be there, then I'm going to continue looking. And of course I was like, nope, I actually have policies in place that protect my client's time. If I choose not to show up for a client, then that client, if I'm canceling on them, especially like the day of, unless I am deathly ill, like if I'm sick, I'm not coming in, but I also expect them to call me and say, hey, I'm sick, and they're not coming in. And I thank them and I waive the fee once. And so it's like, I ask them for a little bit of grace as well. But if this is a repeat offender and I'm canceling on this client all the time, what I have put in place then is that I'm going to be giving them an additional half hour, or I'm going to give them a discount off of their session, depending on the length of their session. So I have that policy in place. Like if I cancel, then I'm penalized. Same thing with my continuing education classes. I have a cancellation policy for the students, but I also have a cancellation policy for myself. So if I cancel that, I'm penalized. So we have to know what our commitment levels are. We have to have policies in place. And then we have to really look at our priorities. Is the priority for the business to be successful? If our priorities is for our businesses and our careers and our reputations to be successful, we have to make sure that we show up and that we are there. So look at who, if you think you might be flaky or you have heard this before, ask yourself, how many times are you calling in? How many times are you canceling on clients? How many times are you canceling on other therapists? Especially if you're doing a trade, there's so many people out there who refuse to do trades with, from one massage therapist to the next, because they may give the session, but every time they go to schedule a session, that therapist then either doesn't show up or they can't call and cancel. Our clients, the therapists that we're working with, the employers that we're asking for jobs from, and these continuing education providers put time into that, having you there. They put time, they hold space for you. It's the same way around. So look at yourself, look at look at what your priorities are, look at what your commitments are, and ask yourself, am I canceling? And if you are, then that's the start of how to change. Now, if you want some direct advice and some individual advice, you can join my Discord channel that is going to be listed below. In this Discord, we are going to be having discussions where you can actually type things out and do chat discussions, as well as when there's some voice channels where if you have a microphone and some headphones or some speakers, you can then talk to other therapists and say, hey, I want to hash something out. And then you guys can talk via Discord and get advice, not just from me, but from other people. I am on there quite frequently. So go ahead and join that Discord. It is brand new, so you may be one of the first ones in there, but go check it out and we will see you guys in the next session. Bye-bye.